paintings are, I can start out with a definition of art. I can say that art is what you say it is, but the appreciation is what you make of it. My definition is just to go down in the woods and sit there and observe daily until you get the inspiration comes out to start painting. And also the time of day is very inspiring, and such that everything has to be there at a certain time to have the beautiful explosion exposure that you had the day before. So you keep this in mind, and after your fifth, sixth painting, you really have accomplished a great definition. You haven't even explored what the forests, the trees, whether they're from southern Humboldt County or from northern Humboldt County, they both have this beautiful, gigantic, overwhelming, it's just too hard to conceive just alone. But you have to observe daily to capture the essence that explodes with the beautiful sunlight, the sunshine, the trees that offer like you know, the wildlife, the deer, the birds that come across with this melody, so that when you paint, all this is all included. And with oils I can capture it. I started off with pencil, which is right here. I don't know if you can see this. I try to draw with a lot of kind of like affection with pencil, and affection also with oils, but it's kind of starting out with the aesthetics is to fulfill the whole start to finish with the painting, but with pencil I can control the extreme affection, the aesthetics, that you embellish your pencil with a certain type of paper. Excuse me. In art school in Los Angeles, I transferred from Humboldt State University down to an art school in Los Angeles, and the school had taught to observe, not to actually invent, but to observe some kind of a happening. Like a photographer is standing there to catch lightning. You're there, I mean, you're there to understand a new direction, a new happening. Well, anyway, I came back from Los Angeles. I walked in my father's front room, and up in Eureka, it's usually very foggy in the mornings, but this one particular morning, it was sun shining. I looked out the window, and the sun was coming down, and it was very windy, and it had this flickering. And here, this thing, all the elements were working all together. The sun, from the branch to the leaf, well, they're all flickering and everything. It just caught my attention, and I just sat down, and from there on, in 1989, I started in with pencil, and after that I went out to adventure the significance of each individual redwood tree. And I noticed that the bark alignment was all different. It's like a sculpture. It just came down from the sky and sculptured each tree differently. And I was kind of able to catch that with my pencil, with a lot of, I don't know, like a lot of definition, a lot of detail. But it was so much worth it. And I went by my high school where I played sports, and sure enough, here I was playing sports underneath the redwood trees, I live by the redwood trees. I went to Humboldt State University with our redwood trees. Uh, they're all over, and I thought, well, God, this is just great enough. How lucky can I be? And I started just searching and looking at different trees and how the bark would assemble itself, coming down into the nature of the beautiful reds and yellows of the bush, the flowers, and with the insects and the birds coming down and all intertwining, and I was trying to, in oils, catch that beautiful color combinations, still using a lot of detail. So anyway, it was really a challenge, but it was just so forthcoming. It was very, very, the eighth, ninth wonders of the world has its own venue because it's so large and overwhelming that no matter where you get on a plateau, down at the floor, the forest floor, or up high, or you venture in car way up high in the mountains and look down, it's just all this beautiful message that it has, that performs for you. The magistrate of how it was formed way back in the ages of I don't know, centuries ago, when it was just magnificent, that I had to at least try in my lifetime is to convert into my thoughts of other what other artists look at. I just decided to go into painting redwoods for the rest of my duration, the rest of my life. And I noticed down here, southern Humboldt, that it's a little bit more space that you can walk and search in. If it's the northern Humboldt County, it's pretty thick. You could fall into a quick small river, things like that. It's called roughing it. So you have to deal with it, but it's beautiful. It's part of it. You get these things when you're painting. You get the different things that flop on you when you're painting. And once I got so mad, I went like this, and I threw some paint on my canvas, but it kind of like helped me create here also. It's very challenging, but it's very magnificent. At the bottom of some of the redwood trees are these hollow entrances that people call duck entrances or something like that. The pilgrims here put their ducks and animals inside of these under the redwood trees because of protection against the wildlife, the cougars and bears and so forth. But it's very magnificent to paint it because it's very picturesque. And there are a lot of trees here are very hollow at the bottom, clear up to the top. And so it's all these magnificent hallways, expressways, you might say, going in and out and around and underneath the trees, exploring all the declarations of how the bark performance, and every once in a while you run into these natural burls that are so concrete but beautiful. It has all these streams that look like lava coming out of a volcano had erupted, made all these beautiful directions and colorations around